Good morning guys, welcome back. As you saw in my last two videos, I obviously have a list of favorite backpacking gear and disappointing backpacking gear. But as I'm not hiking alone during the year, but I'm hiking with my best buddy Ravi over here. You see him in all my videos, he's always with me. He of course also developed his own list of gear that he absolutely loves. I can't say that he has some disappointed gear, but he definitely has some gear that he really likes. So therefore today's video is about the gear that Ravi recommends for outdoor dogs and the gear that he absolutely loves. So the first item on Ravi's list is a water bowl. And we are very often using the bowls by Roughwear. We are also using the one by Chicken Tramper Gear. We like that one as well. But the one from Roughwear is very handy because it takes up no place in your pack. And you always have a water bowl on hand. And that's good. And that's what Ravi likes. Because when he gets thirsty, I do not have to unpack everything from my own backpack. I just clip this one. It has a little loop on here. I just clip this one on the outside of my backpack. And when Ravi is in need of water, he gets some instantly. So that's an item that he likes because he stays hydrated on the trail as well. And not only we hikers and backpackers like a snack every now and then on the trail, Ravi definitely does, don't you buddy? So therefore, Ravi's favorite item on the trail, I think, is his treat bag. I've got them in all kind of sizes, and this one is one I made by myself last week because that's something I'm going to try to do next year, making my own gear. And I started with making some gear for Ravi. So I made a nice big treat bag for next year's season. And I always have treats out on the trail with me. Whatever kind, doesn't really matter. These are really small ones because that's a great way to feed on the trail. Because you don't want to feed snacks to your dog on which he has to chew for several seconds or maybe even longer. Just make sure that you fill these bags up with little nice snacks so you can keep feeding your dog so he can keep up with his calories and with his energy. So I think if I ask my little guy here what is his most favorite item, I think it will be a treat bag. And he absolutely knows these things because when he has done something right or I say to him that he's a good boy, then he always looks up to the little treat bag. Hey buddy. And staying within the treats, Ravi absolutely loves energy bars out on the trail. And these are his two favorites. The one by Edgar & Cooper. This one is a little bit crushed up because it came out of the backpack. But these come in several flavors. This is a chicken one. He also likes the lamb one and the beef one. And we recently discovered these ones in Germany. They are from Sammy's and they are called Fitness Schnitter. So fitness bars. So they have a lot of protein in it. So they are really good for the dogs as well on the trail. And I usually give one of these to Ravi when I'm having lunch. So this is sort of his trail lunch. And these are bars that he absolutely likes. You see them giving me to them very often on my videos. So I don't have to show you how they look like because you can see him in several videos. But so energy bars are absolutely on the list of favorite backpacking gear from Ravi. As Ravi is a dog who gets cold very quickly, he absolutely likes to be warm, especially when we are staying in the tent. So the next item on Ravi's list is his pajama. And this one is by Roughwear. He's got several one in the meantime. Because sometimes I wash them out, they are not dry, so I can take another one. But a pajama is absolutely on Ravi's list because that keeps him nice and warm in the tent, and then he has a better night's sleep, and we all want that, don't we? So I think that the dog absolutely deserves it as well. And when I take this out of my backpack, Ravi always comes straight towards me to have it put on. So he absolutely likes having it on. So that's a confirmation for me that as soon as I show it to him, he is coming to have it on. The same with his cooling vest that he wears in summertime. So a pajama is also on Ravi's list of favorite hiking and backpacking gear of 2022. And a sort of an adjustment to his pajama is a nice warm coat. This one I take out on the trail when the nights are really expected to be cold. It is one by the brand of Herta. And it is something that Ravi really likes. He also wears this on day hikes. His pajama he doesn't, but he does wear this one quite often on day hikes. For example, this weekend we were hiking and it was minus 10 degrees Celsius, so that was really cold. So therefore he's wearing this one during the hike. Max don't mind wearing them either. But yeah, this one is from Ravi and he really likes it. And I think that is a nice thing that he likes it as well because I do not want to get him cold on the trail. So hiking and backpacking stays fun for him as well. And the final item on Ravi's list only goes with us when we go doing an overnight. So when we're really out with the tent and that is his sleeping bag. This year he started using the one by Roughwear, the Highlands bed. Before this one we had another one, but that had its best time because we were using it for about 3 years or so. So this year we switched to this one, and Ravi absolutely loves it. He really likes to snuggle in it. He does not like it when I close it up, so I always leave it open. I just flap it open, and when he lays on it, I close it. So he is really in the sleeping bag, but I am not closing the zipper because I know that Ravi does not like that. But he absolutely stays warm in this one. It weighs a little over 700 grams, so it is not super light. But, you know, when he's cold during a night, it's no fun for him. And I love backpacking, but I want to stay sure that Ravi does as well. So I'm really happy to carry that. Next year I'm going to try something different that saves me about half a kilo, about 500 grams. So I will introduce you to that later, because that thing is right behind me here underneath the Christmas tree. So he's going to open that Saturday evening on Christmas Eve. But yeah, for this year he has been very happy with this Roughwear Highlands sleeping bag. So that was the list of Ravi's favorite hiking and backpacking gear for 2022. Of course, there were some other items that we usually take on hikes and that we are very happy to use as well. But these items, I found out that Ravi really likes them, because I can see that from the reaction he gives to these items, how he uses these items. So I think this is quite of a list that I can say that that's gear that he really likes. So I hope this video was helpful to you. It's only a few days left until Christmas, and usually my next video will be up on next Sunday. But as it is then first Christmas Day, I'm not going to upload a video Sunday, because in my opinion on Christmas Day you shouldn't be watching videos on YouTube, but you should be spending the time with your family. So we will see you again next week. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays with your family. Make sure that they will become unforgettable. Nice gifts under the tree. You can't see them here, but there are some nice gifts for us underneath the tree to unpack, also for the doggies. So once again, Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.